In this video, we're going to talk about girlfriends. Dear God. So yeah, the main thing with girlfriends is that you are going to spend a lot of time going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So what I'd recommend is I think there's 4 girls that you get with in this game. Sana, Nanami, and Sakino, and Amane. So yeah, there's like a set event where I think you talk to them and then something happens and then you take them out eventually, and then you play darts or drone racing or batting or arcade or casino or shogi or whatever it is, and then that obviously increases the meter each time. There are sub stories related to the girlfriends as well, which again makes it kind of awkward, but the main thing to take away is that you're gonna just meet them, do it, and then go. For me, I chose to get with all of them. There's a 4-way crossover going on, but I would do one to the next, to the next, to the next. I wouldn't do one person and then kind of like, wait until they text you or whatever and then go back to the same person. In this game, specify within this game, because you'll just save a little bit of time going from one to the next, to the next, to the next. So you'll do your date, you'll go to the next one, do your date, next one, do your date, and go from there. So yeah, that's a few tips there, hopefully. But yeah, it's basically, I think do you get an achievement for doing this? I can't even remember. You might not, but it's definitely part of sub stories and it's definitely part of the 100% completion. So it needs doing. I think there's 4 levels of intimacy, which is annoying because you have to do one level and then there's an event and then another level and then there's an event, and it's just typical Yakuza craziness. But yeah, so Naname we'll go with. She's an office worker who needs to complete the side case smart watching to unlock her as a girlfriend. And then basically she'll start texting you. You'll learn she's not really into dating, and then you meet her with a friend, and then you all go out together, and then you basically just talk to her and then her friend as well, and then she tries to sort of fob you off with a friend and you don't like a friend. It's all just absolute nonsense, but it pretty much orchestrates itself. You can't really go wrong in this. So yeah, you meet them wherever they want to meet. Yeah, and then eventually I think you tail someone. I think you tail Yuko, who's the fat one, and then you talk to her, and then yeah, you get more text from her. She doesn't show up. There's just some weird stuff goes on. She's very sort of avoidy and annoying, and you just want the girlfriend sections to end because they're so boring. Like the cabaret stuff, so boring. I don't know why they throw these in the games and they think it's a good idea. It's not a good idea. It's boring. It's terrible. Take it out. More fighting. More zany, ridiculous sub stories that are hilarious. You don't mind like the odd sub story. It has a little emotional connection, but it's too much. It's way too much. Too much boredom. But yeah, so you're just gonna go through these dates eventually, and then there'll be sort of a finale moment where she's in trouble, and then you go and save her, And then at the end of all of the girlfriends as well, you get to choose, do you want her to be your girlfriend? And then you click yes. And then you go on to the next girl. Classic. And then you've got the next one, which is Sana. I think Sana was the first one, to be fair, but Nanami I went with first. So she is a singer, and I think she's the guitarist, isn't she, at Theatre Square? And she does a bit of singing. And there's a side case, Amidst a Dream, and then you can unlock her as a girlfriend. And then you go on dates with her, and then she'll sort of sporadically reappear. And then obviously you go back and talk to her. And then once you get to max intimacy, whatever it is, there's another sort of issue that happens where there's a crazy fan and some strange things where you send her out for ingredients for a curry, and then she comes back. She doesn't come back, sorry, and then you go out and go, oh, it's been 2 days, why haven't you returned? And then you go and beat the ever-loving out of someone, and then that's it. Intimacy maxed out, probably bang, and yeah, another girlfriend, standard. You got Sakino, who is part of quite a few sub-stories. It's the brother of the guy that becomes a Barker. Sorry, it's the sister of the guy that becomes a Barker. And she always gets the short end of the straw with perverted people. So she's the one that gets, groped and God knows what. The Flasher, whatever he was called. Can't remember what his name was. But yeah, she's always getting the rough end of the stick. No pun intended. And yeah, so you go and hang out, you help her with a job search, you go on a date, you give her some advice. So the advice would be, actually that's wrong, and fasten all the buttons. And then you go on a date anyway. And then you go on a third date, she got some earrings, and basically she's got this fiance that's trying to woo her, and then yeah, you go and play poker, you destroy him, and that's it. And then the final date, you play darts against him, and then he concedes, and the marriage is over. It was an arranged marriage, it wasn't like normal marriage. I say normal marriage in the loosest possible terms, because no marriage is normal. Amane, the misfortune teller. So again, this is another quest line, sub-story line. The fire calamity, then you got the cow calamity. But yeah, you just talk to her, and then you go on the dates or whatever. And it's basically like sub-story after sub-story, but yeah. You get into a few fights with a few people, you go on a third date. And then the answer is Yakuza Patriarch, apparently. And the fourth date is the cow calamity disappeared, it's not you, something else is a concern, blah blah blah. And then like you just go and text her and make your choice. And yeah, girlfriends, as you can tell, I'm not overly enthused with the whole girlfriends arc video. I don't really care. Same with the friends one, it was way too much. If they had 25 friends, might have been tolerable, and actually doing, normal things or whatever, sensible things, entertaining things for a game. But no, it's just busy work. Friends section, the girlfriend section, busy work. But yeah, just get through it, do your best. What can I say? But for the important things like mini games and stuff, I'm into those. Sub-stories, I'm into those. 2D codes, I'm into those. Spent a lot of time doing that. So yeah, this busy work, not so much. But yeah, good luck. If you got any specific questions, happy to answer it in the comments section. But yeah, Sirixie, check his guide out as always. Fantastic guides. Got everything you need in there if you're ever struggling. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Take care. Peace out. Like and subscribe, all that jazz. Peace.